Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum
Can I just
salam, Sister
respond to
Shakila.
this
Yes,
that Shakila has just said? The best
yes.
dua to make when you need to cry is to cry. Right? That is don't think du'as are only made to the mouth. This, right? Now I need to make sure you can see on the screen. This only translates this. All right? This is Sayyidina Ali said this. Right? Al-lisan tarjumatul qalb. The tongue is only translating what is in the heart. When you need to cry, the tears come from the heart. That's the dua. The translation on your tongue into a dua is only there so that you understand something about your Lord, the one to whom you are crying. Right? And the thing I would advise to recite is what I mentioned at the beginning here. Allahumma la sahla illa ma ja'altahu sahla. Wa anta taj'al al-hazna idha shi'ta sahlan sahla. Okay? Which is, oh Allah, la sahla. There's no ease except for what you have made easy. And when you wish to bring about true ease, you cause sorrow in the heart. Right? Why? Because sorrow, just like a fever, when you feel ill, you are getting better. Right? Doctor hat on now, right? Put my doctor hat on. Right? Your fever is your immune response. Your fever is the healing, is the evidence that healing is occurring. So too, your sadness is the release of the negative emotion within you. Right? And your sadness and your tears are therefore a consolation, which is why you feel better after crying. There's a beautiful story. One of the awliya Allah said that I've never read this in a hadith, so I'm not going to attribute it to the Prophet. He said that Allah has an angel called Urwa. And Urwa is the angel of consolation. And when you are very, very sad, then Allah sends Urwa to you, and Urwa wraps his wings around you, and that is when you cry. And that's what brings the consolation. Okay? So that's the best dua to make.
I don't know if this is authentic or not, but it comes down to also that sometimes when you are overcome with emotions, even during prayer and even during dua, the tears do more of the talking than your lips. The tears are the genuineness of the feelings that you're overcome with, and that is what Allah is looking for.
Absolutely. The talking is for us.
Yes.
Understand this. Allah doesn't need letters and sounds. Right? We need letters and sounds. Allah hears the emotion.
Yes.
Allah, that's Allah is Samir. He doesn't just hear words. Allah hears the heart. Right? Sadness is sufficient. But you asked about dua, so may I make this point?
I just want to read the question aloud for our
Sure.
audience
Sorry.
who are tuning in. Yes. All good. So the question Sister Shakila was asking is, when overcome with emotions and you need to cry, what is the best dua to recite? Which is first shed the tears, and then now the dua recommendation.
Yeah. So the dua is Allahumma la sahla illa ma ja'altahu sahla. Wa anta taj'alul hazna idha shi'ta sahlan sahla. Okay? Right? So, but I want to just explain this because this is important, something about dua. Because we always talk about, oh, dua is powerful, dua is powerful. The Prophet said dua is mukhul ibadah. Right? Dua is the essence of worship. Why? Why is dua the essence of worship? Right? What does dua entail? So dua has a cognitive journey, right? A journey of understanding, and an emotional journey. Here's the cognitive journey. You experience within yourself a need. You know that you have a need, right? You know that you are not able to fulfill your own need, right? So you realize, it's a realization. You realize that you have a need. You realize you are not able to fulfill your need. You realize that there is one who is able to fulfill your need, who is capable of fulfilling your need. You realize that they are willing to fulfill your need. And then you realize that they have fulfilled your need. Now think about a baby, right? A baby in arms experiences hunger and is unable to remove, that's the first, they have a need. They are unable to remove that feeling from themselves. That is their inability. They realize their inability, right? They know that mummy is there. So they let mum know. That's the crying. Right? Mum, they know mum can fulfill their hunger. They know mum will fulfill their hunger because mum always fulfills their hunger. And then mum fulfills the hunger. That's the cognitive. What do you realize when you make dua? I am needy. I am incapable of fulfilling the need. Allah is the fulfiller of needs because He is all powerful. Allah will fulfill my need because He is generous. And so I will ask Him to fulfill my need. And that's the connection between you and Allah. What is the emotional journey? When you realize your need, you become fearful. The experience of need is the experience of fear. When you realize that you cannot fulfill it yourself, you despair. You fall into despair. When you realize there is one who can do something that you cannot, can fulfill something within you that you cannot, you are filled with awe and amazement. When you realize that they will do it for you, you are filled with joy and hope. And when you realize that you have a relationship and that need is being fulfilled, you are filled with gratitude. So dua is the journey from need to fulfillment, from the realization of your own self to the realization of your reality of your own self to the reality of your Lord and the relationship between you. And that is man arafa nafsahu faqad arafa rabba, by the way. That's what that is. You don't have to go to the Oracle at Delphi for this. This is I feel hungry. That's all. That's sufficient. Every time you make dua, you are engaging in who knows themselves, knows their Lord. And the emotional journey you undergo in dua is a journey from fear through despair, awe, and love to gratitude. So it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you ask for.
Not the
Allah help.
language, not what you say,
Allah
but
help.
how long you say it.
Allah help. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as long as you undertake that journey and know that that journey is strengthening your relationship with your Lord, and that's the work.